The Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another installment of Thumb Fed Talk. We just wrapped up an amazing interview with number 39, Bailey Huber from our Port Huron Prowlers. We're back now to speak with you on the wonderful production and product that Ken Andrews has brought to Port Huron this year with his first year of ownership. Richard, Justin, I'll let you guys kick it off with some comments about the most recent upgrades, the team itself, and so on and so forth.
Go ahead, Richard. Friday night, it showed foot on the gas, no stoppage. And the rookies, oh my God, nail guns. This is that. What else do I need to say?
I agree with you 100%, Richard. Tremendous D1 signings there from Coach Paul and Coach Graham, Coach Johnny. We are looking great, bringing quality hockey to McMorran Place. The 12-1 blowout was definitely a statement for the rest of the Fed to realize that Port Huron means business. We are making a playoff push unlike years past. We have made decisions, and we have got a team atmosphere right now that is just phenomenal. Like we have heard many times throughout our interviews with players, they have built a brotherhood of hockey here in Port Huron, and we are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I can agree with you, Andy. Obviously, I was at home Friday. Obviously, I had to work, right? So I didn't make the game Friday. Got out early. I think it was 8 o'clock. I watched the game at work though. But what 2 years ago, I was kind of like, obviously knowing hockey, Andy, we've been around hockey our whole lives, playing it, talking it, breathing it, sleeping it, whatever. The team that Matt Graham, Chris Paul, and Alex Johnson has brought to the table this year is the team I've been begging for to see. Like, I've been begging. This is the team that, again, like you said, is a team not to be reckoned with this year. And signing those college kids that we signed has really added on to, I guess you could call, the sword.
Oh, for sure, 100%. We came in this season with a very solid core of players. We brought some other people in. We have seen a couple people go. They were very strategic releases to make room for our starting core. With these moves that we have made, like you had said, Justin, it really just sharpened the sword a little bit more. My equivalency, like I started watching Prowler hockey back 15-16, the inaugural season, and I can say this team is comparable in many aspects of the game, but I can also say it's a couple steps above now. These signings are going to be very crucial for us this playoff season. Look at Grayson Dietrich. He came out with 4 goals the first game, answered back on Saturday with a goal. Bobby Price, another one. He gets 4 goals and another one the next day. It's a product right now that's just, it's leaving a lot of people speechless. I know a lot of McMorran faithful there. Their eyes really got opened to what this product's going to be, and it's to very high standards.
Now, going back to Grayson, okay, I said it last night to him. I said it to Ken. I think I even said it to Paulie. This kid, and I'm not singling anybody else out on this team because everybody on that team helped him to get where he was at Friday night, right? Look at Reggie, the passes. I mean, but I think we can all agree that kid makes this sport look so easy when it's not.
100%.
I mean, Bobby Price, yes, he makes it look easy too. But I think going into this weekend's matchup against the Bears, it's not gonna be the same as the past 2 games.
Oh, definitely not. There's a whole new force to be reckoned with. It even switched up the style of play. I'm not even going to go into that though. This ain't no sneak peek. You ain't learning no skills from us. We keep it in-house, in tight, and play the game right. We just report on what we see. They are going to go into Veterans Memorial stadium or arena, whatever it is. It's going to be our house now. I'm going to word it that way. They are going to bring a different style of Port Huron hockey in there with our old style included. These young guns now, Larkin, Dietrich, Jamer, they're all coming out there to go wild.
Don't forget about Ryan Alexander.
Yes, I definitely I'm struggling on that one. I forgot his name for a moment.
That gets me confused. Don't worry, because you have Alexander Ray, and then you flip flop it a little bit, and then you got the other one. So it's gonna be tough, but we'll get used to their names.
Yes, sure. That's for sure.
My biggest thing is between the pipes. Obviously, we just talked to him, Bailey Huber. He's really stepped into a position and really, really, really conducted himself so well through the whole season. I mean, obviously, Richard, you brought it up, his first shutout in Indiana, right? Playing against Topeka, Robbie Nichols and Topeka, they're not an easy team to play against. We've seen it, right? But adding those weapons going into this weekend, I mean, if Topeka pulls out and gets third place, it's all a different game changer. From this weekend on into playoffs, it's a different game changer from 3 weeks ago.
Oh, 100%. We held off. We didn't see a lot of roster moves this year, which is strange for the Fed. And I see why now. It all comes together. The vision, the hockey vision that Graham, Paulie, and Johnny have is phenomenal. They're not traditional coaches. They've all been players. They've been in there getting dirty. They got the grit. They bring Port Huron grit just as much as everyone the players that strap on one of the Prowlers logos.
I do agree. I agree with you. But our defense,
tremendous improvements.
I mean, I sent you guys a voice message on the group chat, and fans, if you guys want to chime in, the comment section's open. Somebody will read it on what you guys think. I'm just throwing that out there now because we are live on Facebook. But the defense, I mean, for what they've done to help Bailey, what they've done to help Cooper, I mean, you look at how many goals against between those two goalies. I mean, even JMO, it's a different style defense. Like Andy said, we're not going to go into it. We see what we see, but we're not going to go into that. But being ranked number 2, I think, I don't know, don't quote me on it. I believe I heard in the FPHL right now, Port Huron's ranked number 2 for defense. That says a lot from last year or 2 years ago, or, I mean, correct, 2016. The only thing between the 2016, correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, and today's team is a little bit of size.
Yep. It seems like we switched down for that speed, but now that's where we brought in size, speed, and agility. Yep. with these new college players. There's pieces fitting everywhere in this puzzle of hockey that the Prowlers play. And I'm looking forward to one hell of a playoff run. I think we have one heck of a chance at going the route, maybe even going all the way to the championship. I have big faith for them. We have the keys to the castle right now. They all they got to do is run with it.
Yep.
There's no easy team to beat in our lineup coming up, but Port Huron's always been the underdog. That's what we like about it. We love being not favored in any situation. That way, when we come in and do it, we dash all your hopes, and you're going to have to completely restructure.
I would love. A lot of people, you could look around on social media, folks. Everyone's talking about the playoff bracket. This team's going to play that team in the Continental, blah, blah, blah. Here at Thumb Fed Talk, we're going to do it differently. When the bracket is set in stone and everything's dotted and everything's crossed, that's where we want to talk about, because I think you can see more of a bigger picture. You could predict all you want, but actually seeing the bracket and who's playing who, that's different. You can guess all you want, but The bracket. I want to see the bracket. And what
Going
it's
on
at.
that, Richard, real quick, Andy. Going on that, Richard. So going from yesterday, obviously with that 6 points, Port Huron has locked in home ice advantage with second place. Looking at the brackets, and like Richard said, when it's all said and done, we can talk about it. But my take on the bracket right now, we will be seeing Blue Ridge first.
Yeah.
Now, I know at the beginning of the season when we started this podcast, we were all hoping we play Topeka first, Blue Ridge go to New York, do what Blue Ridge does best. And again, Blue Ridge they have size, they have the physicality, but realistically, it looks like Port Huron is going to take on Blue Ridge first.
I mean,
they're at 90 points, I believe. I was told today they're at 90 points or 90-some points. Topeka's kind of down there. But my biggest threat this weekend is, I guess it's not a threat, but you guys can agree. Obviously, we got to take on the Black Bears one last time, right? And let's not jinx ourselves. Hopefully we see them in the playoffs, again, which is always a good battle. I mean, both teams put on a hell of a show. But at the same time, Danbury went out last night and beat the Black Bears. Now, Richard, you said this, when did we do that live last? When does the Black Bears rest their starters?
mm-hmm.
Well, we seen it last night. Tomei was out of the net. A lot of big shooters were out of the net or off the ice. And you're going to see that, going into playoffs. You're going to be like, well, where did he go? Where did he go? Well, he's probably in the stands. So, I mean, realistically, I think we're going to take on Blue Ridge first.
Yeah, because looking at it, you can look it up. Go on the FP website. Look it
It's
up.
all open.
I'm looking at it. Blue Ridge has 87 points. Topeka has 80. The remainder for Blue Ridge is Biloxi, 2 games with Biloxi, and a home with Twin Cities.
Yeah. Who
So,
beat the Athens Rock Lobsters last night, by the way?
There's lots of moves that can be made. I believe even on the other division, isn't Twin Cities still a possibility for the playoffs on their side?
A possibility for 4th place, and beating Athens last night really stepped that into a thing. I know if you guys are bored, it's not Port Huron hockey, but it's Monroe and Athens. That's a big game. They both need 7 points to lock in 1st place and 2nd place, depending on where it goes. Me personally, I want to see Monroe in 1st place. They've put on a lot. They've done what the Prowlers have done. They've built a team. They really didn't depend on size this year. They went with speed. They went with, so it's this year's playoffs. I not jinxing it, but I think it's going to take a turn nobody's going to see.
To go back to Andy's point, PD has 75 points. Twin City has 69. So 6 points separates them 2 teams. And to go back down the Continental, 7 points separates Topeka from Blue Ridge. And Topeka's schedule, didn't we say at the beginning of this, they play 1 extra game than Port Huron or something like that?
Yeah.
So they have the Zydeco, then 3 games against Indiana.
Let's not down Indiana, though. Indiana has come a long ways.
Yeah. That's just it. They could be the one to ruin somebody's seating. I mean, we love to hate him when it's that 60 minutes, but Everett has rallied his team at the end of the year to really make that staple and say, hey, look, Indy hockey is here to stay.
And most people don't, I guess, fan-wise, I mean, you got your fans that just love the sport, and some people don't understand it right away. So the way we're going with that is they're like, well, Indiana, they're out of the playoffs. Yes, but they have a job to do. And most times, most teams that aren't in the playoffs have one job to do. That is to go in and do what they have to do. I wouldn't say to physically hurt them, but to mentally hurt the team that's in the playoffs to where they're not fully rostered, I guess you could say, for playoffs. And that's where you get Topeka playing the Bears or Blue Ridge playing the Bears. I mean,
when are they going to call it with Danbury? Danbury's 10 points out from fourth place.
And Danbury has that's the big matchup between Port Huron, between us and Danbury this weekend. Danbury's hungry for points.
Mm-hmm.
And they have turned that team around within the last month. I mean, so it's just like me personally, guys, I think there's going to be an upset that people are going to be like, I didn't see this coming in the playoffs. I think this year something's telling me that the playoffs are going to kind of be different. John says the final game is going to be the hardest one we have to deal with. We all know who's already going to be there. Okay?
I will touch base on that right there. That is one thing I have to agree with you there, John. That gentleman coming back to the ice, and I use gentleman very loosely with that. Chevers is going to be in McMorran Place. He's known to be that rough and rowdy, dirty player. And his team just took 2 big fat L's. The first one was an embarrassment. We put him down. The second one was a tighter game. He is a dominant force on that ice, and he can be the one to upset us or go out and do some dirty style hockey. It's a big toss up with him. It's upsetting to say it like that, and it's something that I'm not looking forward to see because I can see that coming out of him. They call a lot of their fan base calls Port Huron thugs. We're far from thugs. We're a skilled hockey team that stick up for our guys.
Yep.
If you don't have the roster depth or more than one guy to do that, maybe your coaching and your general manager should be changed to make you a contender again.
I have to say, I with him coming back, right? Obviously being in McMorran in 2 weeks, right? We all know obviously he's a big enforcer, right? He's a big guy. He's not someone to take lightly. I mean, but Ken Andrews and Matt Graham have built a team to where, and Chris Paul and Alex Johnson, there's so many names that built this team this year. I can't name them all because even the players themselves have helped build that team.
Yeah.
And like you said, if one player goes down, Bailey said it earlier when he got hit last night, all 5 guys rushed the corner. Okay. But let's not forget about Newman with Watertown. I watched it last night. Newman is he's that guy that goes out and sniffs around and hey, who can I get to draw a penalty or who can I get to fall for it? We've seen it a lot of years, Andy, Richard, you've been around long enough where some of these players will go out there and want to fight. You'll get your guy to drop the gloves and that other player will skate away. That just costs you a penalty. So, yep. I mean, going into this weekend, going into playoffs, it's all about up here. Who's going to have it more controllable, I guess you could say, and who's going to fall for it. Watertown obviously has nothing to lose. They're out of the playoffs. So what are they going to do? We already know what they're going to do.
Yep. And especially with the bad blood, we took 2 at their place. Just 2 at their place. Took 2 at ours, and they got to come back in. That's with the incident when Mr. Chevers ended up getting suspended for being a thug on his bench and punching from his bench, and then entering the ice while not on there. Make this make sense to me. They're going to play just like John Goodrich said, street hockey style. We're going to be smarter than that. We invite you to do that. Enjoy your suspension into next year if you play. And we'll see you then. We've got bigger and brighter things ahead of us.
I want to throw the quote out there. We all love the quote. Chris Paulin, it isn't a Prowlers win unless the cops show up. Now I want to tell you guys that because we did win last night, right? No cops showed up. Obviously, we don't have that problem. We have security. We have Tony. Tony, give him a shout out. Everybody knows Tony. Andy knows Tony. But when I was leaving McMorran, there was a cop that had someone pulled over outside the arena. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's going to be one of them things. You gotta.
He'll come back. Just keep going.
It's one of them things. You gotta play smart, and you gotta play smart hockey. You can't. If you're going to draw a penalty, make sure you both go to the box.
So John said physicality is going to be key to all of this. The more we can bait and bang on them guys, the more it's going to take them off their game. Yep. But
100%.
so, I mean, I agree with John. So what do we do going into bingo? Exactly what John said.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly what Chris Paulin has up his sleeves. Chris Paulin is a coach that you cannot read. I don't care how good of a coach you are.
I got
don't
nothing
care
on
in the
my
NHL.
team. I don't know what he's going to do.
You cannot read Chris Paulin. That's what I love about Paulie so much is this guy keeps you thinking. He keeps you thinking. And then game day, you think you got it wrapped, and then he comes out with a whole new thing. Chris Paulin has really taken the mindset of a coach with his team and taking it to other teams and going, oh, if that's what you think, it may or may not happen.
And like Paulie said,
I agree.
best, it starts with goaltending.
And what do we know about goaltending this weekend? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know who's in between the pipes.
I'm talking about this last Friday and Saturday's game. To get the W, it all starts there. You have hellacious goaltending, you're probably going to win the game.
Well, I could say the Prowlers defense really took charge of both games. Obviously, the forwards had something to do with it, obviously, with the scoreboard, right? But another thing with our defense this year, I've never seen in the time I've been watching Prowler hockey, our defense has been putting up points like no other two. I mean, everybody is contributing somehow. But to make the goaltending easier, our defense has really stepped to the bar that's way higher than what Chris Paulin is expecting these guys. I mean, I know his bar is high, but I think they've taken 3-4 steps higher than that bar.
I have to agree with you there. That's one thing with having the guys in there like Lockhart, B-Way when he was playing. You got even Austin playing back on defense, Tim Organ. All these guys have stepped up tremendously. Johnny, of course. Sorry if I leave anybody out. You are in the equation. It's just one of them heat of the moment things.
The whole D line.
Anybody you put back on our defense, now they have stepped up when they need to step up. They're blocking shots. They're getting gritty. They're keeping them out in front of Huber, Cooper, JMO. That's what we got to do. That is one thing that the Bears hate, and the Bears hate one other thing about us. They hate that they can't rest their starters. They got to play their tip top or they're going to get pumped.
And that's the thing is, what's the coach's name again? I forgot.
Brent Sherwood.
Yeah, Brent
Sherwood said, last time we faced them, okay, he said, this is a game where I don't rest my starters. So is Sherwood going to rest his starters this weekend? No, he wants to take a W just to take the W. The points don't matter to them. Points don't matter to them. They're 130 some points.
Yeah.
In the bracket right now. But, for instance, Reggie Millette. That guy has I watching him. Okay, he's a forward, right? Andy, you know Reggie really well. I think we all do. He's a forward, right? He has stepped up and played defense. He has stepped up and taken faceoffs. So it's a whole new turn with this team. They are playing positions they usually don't play.
That's the joy of having a brotherhood of hockey like this. They can mend lines, they can switch lines, they can put forwards on defense if they need to, and they still have a plan of execution, and it works.
Yep.
Our roster depth runs deep. We don't need to rest starters because everybody's a starter. Everybody knows how to play Port Huron hockey.
I think the Black Bears, I can't remember. Quote me if I'm wrong. Their podcaster said, their third line can take on anybody's first line, right? I think he said that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So We'll give you a shout out, Bob. Give you a shout out, Bob. Call you Uncle Bob. But Bob said it. He said, and I agree with him. Right? I don't disagree if the quote is right. Okay, their third line can take on anybody's first line, right? Let's go back to Friday. Okay, I'm sitting in my living room watching TV, and I'm watching Prowler hockey, and I see a whole different. I mean, you see names that were out there that usually don't play on that line or that line or that line, and the line changes were just tremendous. I mean, that's where you become victorious when you know you can. Hey, I usually don't play with this guy, but hey, I know where he's at, and I'm not going to name no names or no lines or anything or who was on what line. No, because I'm not going to do that. But
even if we did name him, Justin, we got the wizard behind the bench boss knows what he's doing.
Exactly. Again, I go back to Chris Paulin. You don't know. You don't know. He's the you don't know coach. Sorry, Chris. We love you. But you are the we don't know coach. Because even as fans, you don't know. Last year you could have said, oh, I know who's going to start in goalie, or oh, I know who's going to be the starting lineup. This year you don't.
Nope. It's a tight-knit thing. You get to find out 5 minutes before the game.
I mean,
well, some different depending on what jacket they wear.
Well, didn't Paulie say it best when we had him on? He's like, our guys can play on any line. Didn't he say that?
Yes, sir.
He also said there isn't just a 1, 2, 3 line, right? Usually in hockey, you have your first line, second line, third line. Prowlers have one line.
Yep. Offense, and they got two. One line of offense, one line of defense. Any man can be thrown on that position. They know their game. They know their plays. They know what to do to defeat their opponents. It's execution, timing, and persistence on our main goals.
So I want to, if you guys don't mind, I want to give a shout out to somebody. He was awarded Off-Ice Official of the Year, John Goodrich. Very well-deserved award for him. If nobody in this Thumb-Fed Talk knows John Goodrich, he has dedicated his life to the Prowlers. Dedicated. Still jealous. I think Andy's jealous. Richard, me, we're jealous of the big fat ring he wears on his finger every home game. But, I do want to say congratulations to John.
Yep.
I think we can all say it was a well-deserved. I know Section 9 chanted his name. So, John, you are a top fan for Thumb-Fed Talk. All you guys are. But, John, congratulations again on your award, buddy. I know you're watching. I can see you keep typing.
Commenting. He's been a special guest a couple times on here.
Yes,
it's always a great
He's
time.
always welcome on the show anytime.
He's hockey knowledge beyond our years. He's seen it all, done it all, including win the ring. When you can let me hold that, John? Let me wear it one game. It's good luck.
I'm waiting for him to strap goalie pads on, though. I mean, maybe Chris Paul will give him a celebrity contract after that award. But I want to ask you guys a question. I mean, obviously, we talk a lot, right? I'll start with Andy. Andy, would you be talking that? I mean, what beginning of the season? Where did you see Matt Graham, Chris Paulin, Alex Johnson, hell, even Ken Andrews? Where did you see the team going? Did you see something this spectacular? I mean, this special?
Being a sponsor, I was at the corporate event and listening to him talk about what he's done with the arena and stuff like that. I had very high expectations. When we stepped into the arena for the first time, well, here, I'll even hit this. I went to the first game of the season away in Danbury. When I seen them come out on that ice and play that style of hockey, I knew this season was going to be special as far as a playing standpoint. Graham, Paulie, Johnny, Ken Andrews, they brought another aspect into Port Huron hockey with the grit, all this. Yes, we were known as a little rough and tough team last year, but this year we have really exploited that. That is something that I've seen from game one all the way now to with 4 games left in the season. It's been a different feel. It's not that normal. Okay, we're going to go out there, get a few wins. I mean, we hit a streak right off the rip. Then we hit that rough patch. During that rough patch, you didn't see one player's head down. You seen that. You heard about them out there grinding, getting it back together. A lot of them have faith in their lives. It's all God's plan. They have brought that now. They have built a brotherhood that even I didn't anticipate in the locker room. To see any one of them gentlemen will jump in for each other, from Austin Federley to one of the new college boys, Alexander, or anybody. They're all a brotherhood out there. You don't see that in hockey teams, and this year it has been a class act. The prayer circles after the games, win or lose. They salute us fans for coming out and supporting them. Each time we take our hats off to them for providing the best product that they can. From a playing standpoint, they exceeded my expectations. I figured we would see a tight race for getting into the playoffs. We're in second place, exceeding my expectations. I love Prowlers hockey. I always want to say we're going to be number one. But I'm a realist. I'm a realist too. I didn't know what we were going to have. With the bonds these guys have built, they built this quality hockey. They built a championship team. I can see a run going deep into the playoffs. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. Your guys is on that. It just felt special off the rip. Now with these new signings, it was a huge shock seeing a D1 athlete come to us. That is something now that we're going to start seeing more in the Fed. They're opening up the D1s to come in here. It is an awesome feeling. It adds a whole nother aspect to the game. These guys have practiced a couple times. Hell, one of them showed up 2 hours before the game. I watched him walk in there with his 2 hockey bags, got on an Uber and went in the locker room, came out there and got an assist. You don't see that. We have quality players in this to come in 2 hours before a game, never practicing once, and go out there getting assists and gel and make great passes. Even have a couple days of practice under your belt to come out and score 4 goals in one game with a line that you've only known for a couple days, with teammates you've only known for a couple days. It's a phenomenal thing. Now I will touch base on production-wise. The upgrades to the arena, the goal horn that'll rattle your bones, that just sends that deafening tone of defeat down the throats of our opponents. It's amazing. The on-ice projectors to bring the boys out on, the new off-ice projectors, ones that play on the side to show highlights, videos, replays. It's just a fantastic product being brought to us off the ice as well. The theatrics of it all, like the beginning of the season, coming in with the flag plant to mimic our Danbury takeover last year. It was just an amazing thing. It's something special that I've wanted to see in Port Huron for so long. We're putting on a production that a higher bracketed team, not a higher bracketed, but a higher league team would in the Fed.
A couple things here. Going back to the on-ice projectors, and Richard, you started a year ago. I think Chris Paulin wished you a happy anniversary. Good shout out for Richard. Andy, we've been around a while. Andy kind of threw me under the bus to Ken Andrews, saying, well, he taught me how to chirp. And Ken goes, well, I got to blame you from now on. But no, Ken has really, going into the press conference, I remember sitting at work and Matt Graham asked, hey, you guys gonna be there tomorrow? I said, well, and this is for the press conference, not tomorrow actually. But I didn't know, right? I didn't know. I mean, the few years that you're affiliated with the Prowlers, going in and constantly playing Carolina and having those defeats, it hurts. It hurts. So then you go and you hear about new ownership and, stuff like that. The ownership has really taken, and he's got a bar himself, Richard.
Yeah.
He's got a bar himself. not only for the fans, his main focus was, entertaining the fans, getting butts in the seats. And I'm telling you right now, if you haven't been to a Prowlers game,
Please
you need
do.
to show up. You need to see it because I know Richard gets real excited. He's like a kid in the candy store. Prior to Austin Dunn saying, let's welcome to the ice your Port Huron Prowlers, and then lights go out. And I mean, lights don't completely go out. Let's not touch that topic there. But, these guys skate out. You got your Prowler spirit out on the ice. You got your Flames. I mean, hell, they even had a tunnel at the beginning of the season. Ken has really, when I went to the press conference, I met Ken Andrews. My first instinct was, what are we actually going to get here? What are we going to get? And it really shocked, and I hate to say it on podcast, it shocked the shit out of me. It did. I mean, Aiden Bricker, Will Wiggleman. I mean, the camera angles now. I don't know if you guys are at the games a lot, but I mean, Andy, you are. Richard, sometimes you stay home. I got to stay home. Look on TV when these guys go in the penalty box. I mean,
penalty box cameras.
Penalty box cameras. This is not your average FPHL game. You walk in there, you get a decent ticket for $20, general admission to sit wherever you want. I mean, everybody's welcoming you to different sections. I mean, some people like section 24, some people like section 9, some people like, the suites. Let's not forget the suites that are in there. And the thing is you're entering an NHL style arena. I mean, let's face it, Ken Andrews has dumped a lot of money. I mean, the bus upgrade. Everybody knows the green machine. I mean, as a player, do you miss the bus? There's probably memories on that bus, but are you glad to see it go? These guys get rest. Something they didn't have. They weren't able to rest. This is why things happen in prior years. Ken Andrews has stepped up. I talked to him for a good hour yesterday. The amount of time, the lack of sleep, everything. And, he's done a tremendous work. Will, obviously, I mean, the broadcast on YouTube is just unreal. It's unreal. I mean, the replay, he's got a replay where you can draw, you can pause it, draw it. He can, draw out, this is why they scored here and look where they did this and that. I mean, it's definitely NHL.
Yeah.
I will say this. That's one thing. Will's 4 years in with broadcasting for the Prowlers, and each year keeps getting better and better for him as well. His media operations is phenomenal. Like how you said, the camera angles with Aiden Bricker on the road, even he's down in the corner getting the tight shot, watching that puck trickle the twine. It's amazing. Them zoom ins on the fights, all around the atmosphere in house is phenomenal. Family friendly environment. It's brought on. Yes, there's some heckling. It's all PG. It's kept clean. It's all about bringing a quality product to this area, and Ken has nailed that. They hit the nail on the head, 100%. The production standpoint of the media, the on ice, the Aiden Bricker, all the other people behind the scenes. I can't think of I know what it's called. What you're talking about, Justin, with the whole drawing the thing.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but I know when Will first used it, he was kind of nervous about using it. He was worried about stopping it. He wanted to do it like in the NHL where the replay is still going and you're drawing, but that takes some time. I mean, but I mean, let's face it. I mean, video reviews, the cameras above the net, there's other arenas that have that option. Obviously it's a rule in the league. You go to the Black Bears, you have angles above the net, you have in the net, so I mean, do we see that next year? I maybe we do.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, there's everybody's. I know I heard last night. Oh, the jumbotron, blah blah blah. We could use an upgrade on that. I'm sorry, but that jumbotron has been with McMorrin for I don't know how long. But eventually, it might be retired. Dalton J might have to take it down. Sorry, Dalton, for all the hard work there. We want to give you a shout out too. Don't let Brian drive the Zamboni though.
It's called an illustrator.
What's that?
Illustrator. There we are. Illustrator.
Yeah, but yeah. Thank you. Did you answer that, or did John answer that? And you looked at his comment.
John.
Okay,
Adam
thank
or
you,
John.
John. But I mean, Ken has brought in so much for camera wise. I mean, the off-ice officials when they do video reviews to see who scored the goal. I mean, obviously, when you're sitting in the fan and as a fan, you see Lucas Lockney shoot, Matt Graham's in front of the net, but you just see it go in, right? Most fans do. You don't actually see the tip. Those camera angles have improved more than just the YouTube page. It's improved for a lot of other people to do their job. And
improved for stats being properly recorded throughout the league when the teams step into McMorran, and even at visiting places. Hey, look, this is what we got here. Do you want to look at it? Oh, okay, boom, there we are.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, from planting the flag in the playoffs to going back there at the beginning of the season to have that revenge. Hey, we planted the flag once. Guess what? We're gonna do it again. Seeing that movement through the season, going on a winning streak. Yeah. Then the team, I don't want to say trickle off, but they got sick. And
you always have a bump in the road. You always have a bump in the road in this.
You have that bump in the road. Thank you. You had that bump in the road. You had to move the pieces around, fix that puzzle, put the puzzle together. Now look, you got all these wonderful signings. And now look, we are firing on all cylinders. We were before. Now you have methanol in this engine running.
So we went from a V8 to a V12 in a matter of 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So my question, obviously, we don't have players on, so we're not asking the questions. So I'm asking the questions. Last year, we always seen D2 schools, D3 schools. Richard, I'm going to start with you. What has, I guess, having that availability to D1 players now, what do you see what has changed the method, I guess, in Fed hockey in your eyes? Andy, I'll ask you too. Don't worry. I see your gears spinning.
Oh, yeah.
I think going to D1, all college level from D1, D2, D3, you have more. I'm not going to. D1's probably a little bit faster pace, a little bit more quicker. D2, you got smaller schools. Not a whole lot of coaches are looking at them. Kids, they are, but they're not really pulling from them. D3, same thing. But then the Fed gives teams opportunity to pull from D1. It helps. Now you have that kid that didn't get that look. Now is getting that look. Hey, I'm good enough to go to the Fed. It helps. It helps to grow the league. Now you have all three branches of schools able to be picked over, per se. And these signings, you got one kid, John Larkin, played at Mr. Hearst University. Then before that, Ohio State. You have another guy that played at Arizona State. It helps. It helps to get that knowledge of hockey underneath your belt. So when you do make that leap, you have that extra gear, in my opinion.
I'll feed off because I know you're going to ask me the same thing, Justin. Opening up to D1, yes, you're going to have your stick counts that are going to immediately go to the show or starting the farm teams for them. What the FPHL is here for is a stepping stone. You will get the guys that'll, hey, look, I don't want to go that route. I want to stay down. I want to find my home in a smaller. I'm happy with that. I want to play competitive hockey, but I don't need to play at the tops and make millions of dollars. It's as crazy as it sounds. I'm sure everybody's goal, obviously, is to go to the show, but body and all that, I don't always agree with that. But the Federal Prospect Hockey League is done by opening up the doors for the D1 players to come in, the ones that didn't get a look. they're going to come in. They're going to get that year of pro experience, or even 6 months. Braden Simmons Fisher came in for that short time. AHL now, playing Iowa Wild. Shout out Braden Simmons Fisher, amazing player.
I believe that Wild team is for the Minnesota Wild too, correct?
Yes, that is
It's
their
right
AHL.
below them, so I mean,
it's just something phenomenal to see. It's meant to be a stepping stone for the players that want to move up. With them starting off in the Fed, they get that little bit of pro experience. It's a good way to just bounce up, bounce up, bounce up, bounce up. Some will do it in a season. Some it might take a couple seasons. That'll give them coaches for the AHL, ECHL. Okay, I didn't like what I seen, but you get a good coach like Chris Paul, and I'm gonna say it, Brant Sherwood. I'm gonna say it. You go down to Monroe's. I can't remember his coach's name now. I feel like an idiot. Jay Krupp. You're getting them players that highlight and that time on the ice to be able to be on that spotlight and finally get the advance upwards. Might be a slower pace. You might not jump into millions of dollars, but you're gonna get that grind down. You're gonna get that lifestyle down to be able to excel yourself forward to the next level if you choose.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really. So call-ups everybody thinks, oh, players get call-ups. It's not just players either. Look at coaching staffs.
Yep.
I mean, Andre Neek from Carolina. He went there, won a cup for them. Now he's a big-time scout with the Florida Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how they scout those guys, but I mean, I'm sure they apply. But back in the day, I would always we signed this guy. He's got 3 assists in 52 games. Well, let's see what his resume is like.
Mm-hmm. What's his penalty minutes? Is he more of an enforcer brand? Is he more of a defensive defenseman to where he's just getting it up to the next guy? That's where the play happens beyond.
I mean, look at Frank Schumacher. Okay, we're going down to Monroe real quick. Frank Schumacher played for the Prowlers, right? You look at his plus minus. I mean, if people don't know, plus minus is big in hockey. And I mean, it's something you got to learn. But a lot of players are very picky on their plus minus. If they're on the ice, they touch that puck and they score, they want to make sure they're getting that plus. But Frank Schumacher, I think, is the only defenseman in this league with like a plus 58 or something like that. So, I mean, you look at his resume. Everybody knows his resume: ECHL, SPHL. I can't name everything he's played in, but so there's more to it than just signing a player. I mean, people will see, oh, we signed this player. He looked great on film. He played this many games. Like the one that played, what's his name? He wasn't there this weekend. Who did we sign that had like 52 games out of 54 games? Or
Yang?
Yes. I don't know. I can't answer. He wasn't there this weekend. But
back at school, had some classes to finish. So
I mean, yeah, okay. His shots on goal might be high. His, like you said, defensive. But he played pretty much every game for his college. That says a lot.
He's out there earning his ice time.
Right. And it's hard to play. I mean, in this league, it's hard to play every game. You have to keep your body healthy.
Yep.
And I think, Chris Paul does a good job of keeping these boys healthy. He knows, like, hey, if they're injured, can they still go? Or, is it best for them to sit out for a little bit and fully heal for playoffs or whatever? Some teams, I hate to say it, I'm going to go here. The Black Bears, I'm sure they'd be like, no, you're playing.
They do run a health ship there too. That's one thing I can give Brant Sherwood props to. I mean, if one of his stars are hurt, he'll put him on the bench quicker than he put himself down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy just what we've seen so far.
From the beginning of the season to now has done it's bigger than a 360.
Yeah.
And
we did a 720 and we're still growing.
Right. And from 2 years ago to this year, last year, you're like D1 players. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I mean, that's for any team in this league.
Yeah, I agree. And now we'll even feed off of going from production, going from the on ice. We'll go even to the merch. Look at our merch this year. Look at our specialty jerseys that we've got. We have had a couple shipping issues, but they produce quality brand. I've got one from yesterday supporting the Blue Water Humane Society sitting behind me. I had a military jersey night one. I mean, they're producing quality brand. Behind Richard, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 specialty jerseys. Am I looking at?
1, 2, 3, 5. 5.
5. Pardon me. I was wrong. But one is from the past year. But I'm looking at the masquerade one from New Year's. Amazing. The breast cancer that Steve Gowdy puts on. Amazing product that he puts on each year and taking a shot at breast cancer.
And you got the Sanilac County Hockey Association with the St. Patrick Day. All wonderful causes. All wonderful causes.
Let's give a shout out. I think in 2 weeks it's a Friday night. We have the Flags retro jerseys coming.
Yes, sir. Can't wait for them. Waiting for the sneak peek. Like to add one hanging up behind me for playoffs. Probably gonna wear it. But yeah, like look, the quality hat here, Bill. Got another one sitting up there, the white one. You get the access, the hoodies, the t-shirts. They're not cheaply made. We even partner with I believe it's Riz Apparel. They do a wonderful time with the Prowlers. We've got
Reggie
even
Millette?
yep, hashtag Reggie Millette AREM collection. Get in there. They make quality merchandise. We've set the bar high for there. We've made divisional pucks. We've made the whole team, the whole FPHL pucks, glassware. You don't see it. The merchandise available, the product that you're getting, it is literally a NHL style production right now. They're setting the bar high for other teams to help grow the Fed. Ken Andrews, kudos to you for what you're doing here in Port Huron. You're only creating a better brand. You're going to bring a better brand expectation to each one of these teams in the Fed, and it's going to make for quality hockey all across the board, all across our shirts, all the fan support. You're doing it right. We need to see more of this from every team.
You look at
the flag shirt.
The flag.
What about the so and another thing that the Prowlers did, which is really cool, is the pucks and the cups with every team on it, not just their own team. Every team. You got one, Richard?
Yeah.
And speaking of planting the flag, for God's sakes, we got flags.
Like this one has all 14 teams. One over there with each separate division. We got Christmas pucks, St. Patrick Day pucks, breast cancer pucks.
We even had a Dalton J specialty puck for his retirement.
Mm-hmm. So we have good causes. Like it helps build the community, it helps build the Fed, it helps build the team and their brand.
Where did Andy go? Is he flying the flag?
Might be flying the flag.
Rebecca Tash said, I wish they'd do sewing jerseys instead of screen printed for specialties. I do have to say I will agree with Rebecca on that. I love the sewing, the stitch jerseys more than printed, but at the same time, I mean, we're answering Rebecca's comment there about, for the specialty jerseys, having them sewn on. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's more money or, because we're auctioning them off. You get kids around.
That one, we should actually take to Ken Andrews. We'll take that recommendation right to him. And Rebecca, I know you personally. Let's go to Ken. Let's talk about that.
Oh, we all know Rebecca.
The same boat as that.
We all know Rebecca's at.
Heck yeah.
Why don't you give her business a shout out?
Yes, Tech Consulting. Check her out for all your business consulting needs. She does wonderful work. Check her out. She a great lady, very business oriented. She will take care of you at the personal level. Get out there, get a hold of her for all your business needs.
That'll cost you $10.99 for that speech.
Free of charge. She's a great lady. Love it. Let's just keep rolling.
And the thing is with her, Andy, Section 9, they welcome everybody to their section. It's not just, it's our section only. They welcome everybody.
We welcome anybody that is willing to follow the guidelines set by Ken Andrews to us. PG-13, act right, no BS, and don't kick our seats. That shit gets annoying. Sorry, I let shit slip twice now, but let's just be real. Let's just be real. Got to have a little fun with these ones. Right now, it's just all promoting our brand that Ken has brought to us. I agree with Rebecca, though. The Stitch jerseys are a wonderful thing. I know Military Night, we do them. Last year's, it was this year's St. Patrick's Day, a stitched logo.
No.
I know last year's was the Masquerade one was a stitched logo. That's something we need to definitely look into because those are a better quality. But I mean, even like one of our partners this year, Exhibit, they did the free jersey giveaway. That brought people in. We need the same energy all from everybody. Yeah, free stuff's nice. Free stuff is nice. But the product that's put on right now is even nicer. Get out there and enjoy a game. You will have a blast. There's entertainment on the ice, and there's entertainment off the ice with our antics in Section 9, Section 24. It's a great time, great atmosphere that's put on.
And don't forget about the Booster Club.
Yeah, the Booster Club plays a vital role in supporting the Prowlers, assist with the waters, the game snacks, stuff like that. People get out there. It helps out this team that gives you the product that you get.
Oh, he's got it all. Look at him. He's got it all today. He's got it all.
I mean, also the Booster Club is doing characters.
Yes.
They're wonderful. I mean, look at that. Look at
Luke James.
Slip a few bucks towards them. It goes to the players themselves. Nobody's profiting off this. It goes to help out the players living. The travel snacks, the drinks. Yes, they make money doing this.
Christmas parties.
It's not a lot.
You get specialty parties with the players.
Yep. Get out there, join boosters. Throw that. Don't just join it to say, "Ooh, I'm a Booster Club member and I got a shirt that I paid $20 for." Get out there and actually support them. It helps. Every dollar helps this team. That's for sure. I never really jumped into Booster. This year's my first year on Booster, and talking to Michelle, the president of the Booster Club, there's a lot behind the scenes that the Booster provides these guys. A lot comes personally from her herself. I'll give her flowers on that as well. It's a demanding thing running that. Get out there, help her out. Ask her if she needs help at that table. Walk around, sell some 50-50. Build that trust so we can do that. It only helps the players.
I think they're doing I don't know if they did it already, but the one from Meadows, the baseball player from the Tigers. We designed a jersey. That's going to get ripped. I don't know if they already did or not. But
I think that was last night, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. I know I jumped into it. I seen a bucket full of tickets. It's that little stuff like that. Get into it. It's not like they're just putting their money in your pocket. You're giving back to the team that gives you a quality production every time you touch the ice.
It's literally $5 to join the Booster Clubs or something like that. I don't know.
And if you really want to get involved, become a season ticket holder.
Yes, there's perks to that. I don't have the list in front of me. You see, it's crazy. Like, although I sponsor, I elected to do jerseys instead of season tickets, stuff like that. If your business is looking to sponsor, reach out to Chris Paulin at chris@phprowlers.com. Get in there.
Or
it's awesome thing. It's worth it. There's perks to that as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of wonderful things that helps with the Booster Club. No matter if your team has it, you're from Monroe, Topeka, whatever team you're affiliated with, they probably have a booster.
And the big thing I want to announce, as Dumbfed talked, we all heard the news. So the fans know we are going to be put on their social media for them to advertise, hey, such and such player is going to be on Thumb Fed Talk, and obviously we do it on Sundays. I'm hoping we can do more, but we won't go into what we're going to do. We're going to let it be a surprise.
But there's going to be a big surprise to you viewers and everybody that tunes in for you to chance to walk away with something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it yet. Pictures will be posted when it happens.
Yes.
The only thing us three guys ask, like, subscribe, join the Facebook page, follow us on YouTube. It helps to build the brand. Thumb Fed Talk. If you love the Pro Huron Prowlers, it helps build them.
I was going to say, it doesn't just help us. It helps Ken Andrews, Chris Paul, and Alex Johnson, McMorrin Arena. I mean, putting butts in the seat. If you haven't been to a game, get a hold of somebody in the chat here. Get a hold of Andy. Get a hold of Richard. Get a hold of myself. I mean, they have the coaches show. Go to where's the coaches show at?
Coaches show, like we actually have one coming up this April 1st at Wings, etc. It's right downtown Port Huron. It's a great time. Most of the players there, you can interact. You can ask questions live. They usually do flex tickets. Sometimes it's apparel. Sometimes hats. I know they did an awesome pin this year for Silver Sticks. You see, that's just another way that the Prowlers give back to their fans. Come out, support them. You get to know your players better over at that coaches show. You get to have in-depth conversations. Sometimes if the player's busy, they're not doing anything after, they'll sit and talk to you. It's one cool thing that the Fed offers us is the chance to communicate with the players and get to know the players on that personal level.
Where's that at again?
That is at Wings, etc. That will be at 6:30 Wednesday. Or if you can't make it, tune in on their YouTube, PHP Network.
You can ask questions there.
Yeah, you get your questions in there. If you're farther away, like how Justin and Richard are up in the Thumbmore, I'm lucky. I'm close. I'm 20 minutes away from downtown Port Huron. I make my way up there. Almost everyone. It's a great time, great atmosphere, great people.
Will answers your questions to the guest that's on that week, the coach, whoever the coach may be. So your questions will get asked.
And the thing about it is I think we can all agree, and people tuning in to us too, is that if there's a special guest on the coaches show, and I mean, Will's a busy guy. I mean, I know the chat blows up like that. I mean, for questions and stuff. Let's say they are on our live on a Sunday. If your question didn't get answered, it's not because Will missed it. It's because they go so fast in the chat that maybe, they only have a certain amount of time at Wings. With us too, I mean, we try to keep it an hour. If you want your question asked, we are more than willing to ask them. I mean, if you guys want to see a special guest of your choosing, shoot the Facebook page a message. Say, hey, I think John Goodrich said Ken would be a great interview. I think we're going to make it happen. Not right away here, but
I will word it this way. I agree Ken would be a great interview. We do have a special guest lined up. Obviously, next week they are away. We are not going to release who it is, but it's going to be a good time for us to get a little playoff insight, what his opinion on how the Prowlers have done this season, stuff like that. Tune in. Find out who that is.
And
it's going to be a good one.
If you're watching,
he will answer your questions.
And if you're watching and because, inside family probably knows, like my side there, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Keep it quiet.
It's probably going to be comical. It's going to be comical. It's going to be entertaining. We love the guy. I'm not going to give his name away, Andy. I see you trying to be like, But
I know I'm gonna throw an insight on this.
Let's do this. Okay, go ahead first.
No, you go ahead. Let's see where you're going to go with it, and I'll follow through.
So Andy has been the I guess our little pit bull. We put him on a leash and then we release him on Wednesdays for the coaches show. Andy has been. We want to thank Andy for going to the coaches show, taking time to help Thumbfed Talk, even Port Huron Prowlers, to get us flex tickets. And people, we did do a giveaway for flex tickets. I want to do something different. If Andy can get 2 flex tickets this week,
For the first person to guess who our guest is, I will make that happen.
Yes. And remember, you can guess, but I think
he don't know. She don't know.
Is she a season ticket holder though?
Yes, but she could bring friends.
That's true. John
The more the
Goodrich,
merrier. Anybody's available for this.
And even
My
if family members of us,
you're on luck.
you're out
Buy
of luck.
tickets. Deal with
Especially
it.
if you know. I know my wife knows. I know my mother-in-law knows. My kids know. So yeah, if you guys are watching, no, you guys cannot enter. I think
The cool thing about this, folks, is I want to say thanks to all the fans that subscribe to Thumbfed Talk. Now we are live on Facebook. Now you can interact with us. You can ask us questions, and you can ask questions to players and everything like that. And boom, if you didn't join this interview now, guess what? Give me an hour. Give me 2 hours to be up on YouTube.
you might even hear some dogs barking in the background. You never know. But I mean, like I said, and that is the cool thing. And the fans, obviously, it's just like the Prowlers. The Prowlers can't win. They can't do what they do without you fans. Neither can we. Obviously, we are making some stepping stones for next year. Not going to make no announcements on that till it's written in stone. But
till the ink dries, you will not know.
It's definitely going to be a good year next year to be a Prowler fan, to be part of the Prowler family. My wife just said dinner, but if you guys can guess, if you don't know, I'm not going to let the podcast respond to you, because that's cheating. We don't cheat in the Prowler Nation. We earn our wins, just like you fans are going to have to earn your win for flex tickets or whatever. I know we did flex tickets, and Richard did something. If we got so many people, he painted his hair green. If you guys want to see something special like that, like a belly painting, I mean, put it out there. I mean, take a picture with us. If you guys want to take a picture with us, get a hold of us. Hey, don't know you guys personally, but we'd like a picture with you. Andy's big eyes over there will be gladly to get us rounded up after a game to take a picture.
On pictures.
I mean, if you guys want to make a sign saying we support Thumbfed Talk, I'm not saying make a sign for us. The games are not about us. We're here to talk facts about the Port Huron Prowlers, the Fed League, but we are leaning towards more Prowlers going into next season. Richard painting his hair green, that was cool. He kind of looked like an angry leprechaun, I'd have to say, that night.
Should have been the beard, too.
Another thing Thumbfed Talk did was for Angie. Shaving his head. Richard shaved his head. I shaved my head prior to that. Andy, he shaves his head all the time. So, if you guys have ideas, hey, could you guys do this or this? If it's acceptable and we go through our ranks, we will do it. But again, like Andy said, if you can guess the player in 2 weeks, 4:00 on Sunday, you could win flex tickets. I mean, two. Now, it might take more than one coach's show to get one, but I'm sure with our intel there, we can definitely make it happen. But as for the big secrets, we will throw pictures out there as we get it.
I will say this. I'll follow up Justin's perfect walrus impersonation with just like, subscribe, share. Answer below. Once we post this video onto Facebook, well, does it automatically post to Facebook?
Yes.
It's already on
Right.
Facebook. It's rolling right
perfect.
now.
First one to put that comment down there with the proper name, we'll reach out to you privately and we will message you and say you won. And we'll see you at not this Friday, the following Friday or Saturdays. The flex tickets are only good for a regular season. So pick your game. We'll get them to you. And what we hope it's somebody new that hasn't seen the Prowlers. Even if you have seen them, get that support out there. Spread the word. We're making a playoff push. This is the best we've looked since 15-16 that exceeds them options.
And
Yeah.
I want to say when you're picking your game, okay, we have 2 big games in 2 weeks against Watertown, who we just faced. Bailey Huber, again, amazing in net. Friday night, they have specialty jerseys. They will wear on the ice. They will auction them off. You can win them probably for a good amount. Proceeds go back to wherever it's going. I don't really know. I didn't look into that one, so that's why I'm saying back to wherever it's going. And then Saturday night, you have fan appreciation night. It's the Prowlers thanking you guys for everything. And I'm sure we'll have a fan appreciation night on Thumb Fed Talk as the season closes. But we have playoffs, so we're not closing down yet. We will be active during the summer. Not as much because obviously Andy has baseball with his kid. Richard, he has his demolition derby in August. Me, I have work and paying bills and camping.
Don't we all?
You know, it's just one of those things. And even if they have you new fans, if you have questions about Port Huron season next year, I know at the end of the season, once the season's done with Port Huron, they do something at the Doubletree where everybody's invited. Pack the Doubletree. Pack it. Make it to where Amber Graham has to say, I have to open another room because we have so many fans here this year. Let's hope we're bringing.
Hope we can make it grow to the point to where they got to get the convention center for this.
Right.
Get out there. That's some of the times you're gonna say it. It could be some final goodbyes with expansion drafts coming, stuff like that.
Retirement.
Get out there. Get some signatures. They got merch usually on sale every time there. Sticks, possibly gloves, possibly. I know the team store jerseys. Jerseys. They did at the team store when they first opened up. They had a bunch of old gear. Like my son got Tucker Scantleberry's helmet.
Yeah.
Good job.
Alex Johnson's playoff gloves from last year that he wore strictly in playoffs. So it was a meaningful thing because it was playoff gloves. It just wasn't season gloves. But last year they had the I-94 Cup there, which is in our store. You could take pictures with it. I'm sure you can hold it. Be very gentle with it. It's got a lot of memory on it. But I mean, I got a picture of me and Luke James holding it together. Hopefully this year we have that cup and the Commissioner's Cup sitting there. But we're not gonna push that yet.
Jameson, but this is the year where we make that push.
Yep. And I'm sure if it comes down to it, I'm sure the Doubletree is either gonna have to expand their conference room or Dalton J might have to open up McMorran so we can see the presentation and whatever. Obviously the banner will be hung next season. But
whoa.
Listen.
I know where you're getting at.
Whoa, me, you leprechaun. Let me listen here. Listen. In the words of Chris Paul, the next game is what's important. Okay.
Yeah,
exactly. Game by game.
Yep. But I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. If it happens to happen, that's part of the end of the year party. It is whether it happens or not, show up. Because like Andy said, the expansion draft, there's only so many people we can save. And a lot, that's the toughest decision for Chris Paul and Matt Graham and Alex Johnson because the team they have this year, if I'm in their shoes, let's say all three of us are them, right? I'm looking at you guys and going,
get rid of nobody.
I can't do this. Yeah, exactly. So, if people decide to retire during the summer, some people I've seen it in the past years. They like to retire during the summer. Hey, my body's done. I can't do it anymore. I will support you guys. Some people they don't live here. They live over in Sweden. They live over. Give me some other countries.
We get the gist. They're from other nationalities, other walks of earth.
Thank you. Thank you. But anyways, yeah, you don't know, and that's your time one-on-one with that player. You get to eat. There's drinks there. Kids, you got to be 21 to drink the adult stuff. But there's
identification needed.
I mean, Andy, you got to be 21 too.
I've been off. I haven't had a drop in quite some time, so it's
there. You go. Congratulations.
And the moral of the story, folks, all the previous video with David Huber, that will be on YouTube at Thumb Fed Talk. This video, live on Facebook as right now we speak, will also be on YouTube. So if you didn't get a chance to watch neither video, tune in tomorrow. Your kid's home from spring break. Tune in, watch it.
Well, some of us have to work, Richard.
Well,
you can watch it in the morning before work if you want to see yourself on camera.
Well, this guy's sleeping.
But other than that, folks, I think you guys got anything else before we
Hey, let's you know what? I do have one more thing. Starting with Andy. The score for both games this weekend. Go with bingo first.
Let me write this down.
Yep. Richard will keep track. We haven't done it all year. Next year we'll be like Will, the coaches show, and with Will against the coaches, against the players. It'll be Andy, Justin, and Richard. And if you guys want to tune in, give us your thoughts. You have I don't know how long this is going to take, but
won't take long. It's going to be a hard-fought battle first game against Bingo. I'm going 3-2, us final.
Okay. Richard, that's for Bingo's game.
Bingo.
I'm going to say 2-1. Us. 2 for Huron.
I'm going with the intel that I know, and I'm not giving it away.
Let's just say a score, sir.
Yeah, that is all difficult, Justin.
We
I
need
am
a
going to
20-minute
go
explanation.
3-2 overtime.
Us?
Yes. Well, obviously.
Well, I hope so.
I guess that's a good question. Us, because sometimes you have to go.
Oh, too bad. I already wrote it down.
I'm going 3-2 overtime. Probably a shootout. Austin Federley with the shootout winner.
Oh, now we're calling out players.
Oh,
I mean, that's a lot of weight on his shoulders.
He carries it well for that guy.
You know what? Wait a minute. No, change that. 3-2 shootout Port Huron with Reggie Millette.
I'm not writing all that down.
Reggie Millette.
We'll remember it just to shut the booze up.
That's where I was going.
Get used to it, Bingo fans. We're in your house. He's not going anywhere. He's going to make you look silly. Silky mitts all day.
Yep.
But now on to the Danbury score.
Yes. Now remember, again, they beat Bingo this weekend, and they forced them to a 1-0 Bingo to a 1-0 win Friday night.
3-1 us. Confident 3-1 us.
Game winner?
I can predict that. We don't need to get that crazy into it.
Justin, you pick this one. I go last.
Really? I'm going 3-0 shutout.
And with the final guess, and to close this week's Thumb Fed Talk segment, Richard,
because we're all hungry.
What's your thoughts?
I think Port Huron puts the screws to Danbury. And I'm going to say 5-0.
Respectable answer. We got the
what?
team.
My dog was barking. What'd you say?
5-0.
I'm going 3. Obviously, I went 3-0, but I'm going number 17 with the game winner.
What's his name?
I can't remember. I'm not used to him yet.
Grayson Dietrich.
That's right. So,
Ladies
with that,
and gentlemen, thank you for tagging along. Thank you for watching both episodes. If you don't get to them, they'll be up on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that fancy jazz. But you know what, folks? You have a lovely evening. We will be back in 2 weeks?
Next weekend.
I don't know.
We'll do next weekend for a nice little
wait.
recap.
We will have to redo that. We will probably have to do a Saturday one because Easter's on Sunday.
Happy Easter's on its way. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
See ya.